Welcome to the dashboard, your highlight reel of need-to-know DOT compliance updates, driver and transportation topics, hiring and onboarding tips, and background check best practices from the experts at Foley Services. Let's drive your business forward together. Episode 14 is perfect for those who may be new to the world of DOT compliance or maybe just need a refresher. DOT compliance is complicated, but Foley's solutions make it simple. If you've moved into a new position that handles your company's DOT compliance and you don't know where to start, you're in the right place. You may be an owner-operator, office manager, VP of operations, HR professional, or even a safety and compliance director. However, no matter what your official title may be, DOT compliance isn't at the top of your list of experiences, or it isn't there at all. In this episode, we'll dive into some of the most common questions professionals like you have when they're new to DOT compliance and the many federal requirements that are included so you can successfully manage your company's compliance. Today, we'll answer some of the top questions you may have. What companies and drivers are regulated by the FMCSA? No matter the type or size of your company, if you have a DOT number, you need to follow the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations. In addition to having a DOT number, your company is federally regulated if it meets even one of the following descriptions. 1. Owns or leases at least one commercial motor vehicle with a gross vehicle weight rating or gross combination weight rating of 10,001 pounds or more. 2. Owns or leases any vehicle designed or used to transport between 9 and 15 passengers, including the driver, for compensation, whether direct or indirect. 3. Owns or leases any vehicle designed or used to transport 15 or more passengers, including the driver, and not used for compensation. Or 4. Hauls hazardous materials and requires placarding for either interstate, crossing state lines, or intrastate within one state commerce. Your drivers must have specific commercial driver's licenses to operate these vehicles. Do I need a DOT-compliant job application? In short, yes. The applicant must sign and date the application, and you must provide a summary of rights to any applicant, since the information included on the application will be used in the required background screening process. The summary of rights informs candidates that they can review and dispute any information about them provided by previous employers. Foley's Driver First digital application is designed with busy CDL drivers in mind, and it can be completed from any mobile device. We highly recommend making the application process quick and easy to give drivers the best first impression of your company and to make your job easier. What background checks do I need to run on my drivers? Not only should you run background checks on new drivers to ensure you're making a good hiring decision, but you must also do so to comply with FMCSRs. The following are checks you must perform on every prospective driver. 1. Motor vehicle record check. 2. Safety performance history. 3. Pre-employment drug test. 4. Medical examiner certificate verification. And 5. Road test and CDL certified. It's important to note the changes to the driver's safety performance history as well. As of January 6, 2023, you need to check the FMCSA Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse for drivers' drug and alcohol violations as part of the pre-employment process. However, you will still need to reach out to previous employers for moving violation information. When do my drivers need a DOT physical? DOT physicals generally must be done every 24 months, but the specific expiration date of any driver's previous physical will be noted on their medical certificate. Some medical examiners may wish to check drivers more frequently to monitor certain health conditions, such as high blood pressure. Your company may also opt to perform DOT physicals as part of the pre-employment process to ensure the driver is considered healthy enough to successfully fulfill the job requirements. When do my drivers need to take a drug test? There are 6 specific occasions when a driver needs to take a DOT drug test. The following are the types of tests and what is involved with each one. 1. Pre-employment. You must receive a negative drug test result before any new driver begins operating a CMV. 2. Post-accident. You may be required to order a drug and alcohol test on a driver after they are involved in an accident while on duty. 3. Random. All CDL drivers must be enrolled in a random drug testing consortium and be randomly tested throughout the year. 4. Reasonable suspicion. If any driver appears to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol, you have a right to order a test for them. 5. Return to duty. Any driver who tested positive for drugs or alcohol, refused to test, or violated any regulation regarding substance use and has completed the return to duty process must produce a negative test result before returning to safety-sensitive duties. And 6. Follow-up. After the return to duty process is completed by a driver, they must complete at least 6 follow-up tests during a 12-month period, but it can be extended up to an additional 4 years. You don't have to navigate all these tests on your own. Foley's drug and alcohol testing program makes everything from ordering tests to receiving results quick and painless. What does a DOT-compliant drug and alcohol testing policy include? Your company should already have a drug and alcohol policy in place, but it should include additional information that relates to your safety-sensitive employees. As a best practice, include the drug and alcohol tests we just discussed and their descriptions so employees know under which circumstances they may be selected for screenings. What's the best way to manage DOT compliance? Automation. Now that you know what these DOT compliance matters involve, you might feel a little better about keeping your company compliant. But you may also feel overwhelmed. Don't worry. Foley helps professionals like you get the compliance solutions they need every day to make their jobs easier so they can focus on other important business matters, like their day-to-day job duties. Our automated DOT compliance software ensures you're always following FMCSRs. Thank you for joining us on this episode of The Dashboard by Foley Services. Whether you need to streamline employee onboarding, meet DOT compliance requirements, or mitigate your company's risk level, Foley is your trusted partner behind the software that adapts to your needs. Visit FoleyServices.com for additional resources and information, or call us at 860-854-8948. Thank you for listening.